Hey, what's going on, everybody? A lot of people ask me what other games I play besides Puzzle and Dragons, and while this is not a mobile phone game, it is, of course, a card game. And this, to me, is by far the best game I've ever played. It is called Universal Fighting System, and it's a card game that is based off of fighting video games, such as Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, King of Fighters, Tekken, Samurai Showdown. They recently got Mega Man, which isn't a fighting game, but it's a pretty cool game nonetheless. I have a couple character cards that I'll show you from licenses they've had in the past. These are Street Fighter. And we have Ryu, Evil Ryu, Chun-Li, Guile. I have 3 Guiles actually, because Guile's theme goes with everything. And Bison, Cammy, Rose. There are more, but these are just some characters I found in a card box laying around. I have some Soul Calibur characters. Astaroth, Kilik, Mitsurugi, Yunsung, Yoshimitsu. A lot of people like this guy. Sungmina, Siegfried, and Sophidia. Again, there are more, but those are the ones that I found. Found 3 Tekken characters, Kazuya, Hayachi, and Nina Williams. And some Mega Man characters that they have just come out with. You got Mega Man, Proto Man, and you have the Robot Masters, Bomb Man, Cut Man, Elect Man, Fireman, Guts Man, and Ice Man. Then I have some champion cards I want to show you. This is the game where if you win a championship, you get to create your own character card, and you get to design the abilities, but it can't be broken, of course. But these are some characters that have, or these are some people who have won characters in the past. It's Tim Keefe, Mike Lowe, Mike Hardiman, Kirk Polka, Garrett Brett, Ben Shoemaker, and there's a lot more. This game has a team format, and if you win teams, you get to create an asset card. And Ben Shoemaker, this guy, is actually on the asset card, which is pretty cool. And along with this asset card, there's a tournament that if you win, you can create a foundation card. The gray cards are foundations. And this guy is this guy. So these people are from Atlanta, and they're all really good players. And Atlanta was the tournament that I got first place in, which was pretty cool. So I'm not going to go over all the interactions in the deck, because I don't really expect people to know about them, because, well, I don't really expect anybody to know about this card game, because it's sort of an underground card game. It used to be pretty popular back in 2006, 2007 when it first came out, but the company that produced this game was bought out by a board game company, and one of the agreements was that they have to transfer this card game over, but they didn't really give it a lot of attention, and the game kind of got plagued with overpowered cards, and a lot of people ended up quitting. So they ended up ceasing production of the game, but then the current president of Jasco Games bought UFS, and he made the game super good, and they now have a really good design team, and the game is pretty healthy right now. It's very fun to play. Every match I play of this game is extremely fun. I never have a bad time when I'm playing this game. So I'm going to go over a few things about this deck. I should probably first go over the card types. So there are 5 different card types. There are characters, assets, actions, attacks, and foundations. Your character is the character who you start with. It has its own hand size and vitality, and the goal of the game is to play attacks and get your opponent's vitality to 0. Assets are kind of like foundations, which we'll get to later. Actions have their own abilities on them, and attacks are how you win the game. So foundations, as you can see, I play a lot of them. They are your resources in this game. They allow you to play more cards on your future turns, and they give you different abilities. The cool thing about this game is that every foundation, well, most foundations, like 99% of them, have at least 1 or 2 different abilities on them. So there's a lot of things going on during the game, because there's a lot of effects that players can do. And at the same time, your opponent is going to have a bunch of foundations out, and they're going to have a lot of effects as well. So because there are so many effects on the cards, it's really skill-based. One barrier of entry, though, to new players is that some cards have a lot of text on them. Well, not some cards, I should say most cards have a lot of text on them. Like this Foundation, for example, has a lot of text. And for players who don't really want to read, this game may not be for them, but that's okay. And this card has a lot of text as well. Earlier I said that assets are kind of like foundations. The difference is that assets, while you do gain the abilities, they cannot be used to help you play more cards on future turns. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about attacking in this game. Just like a fighting game, you can stand and attack, which is like the mid zone. You can crouch and attack their feet, like sweep them, those are low attacks. Or you can jump and attack them from the sky, which is a high attack. And this game replicates that through the zones of the attacks. I'm going to show you these cards. So on your attack you have the speed of the attack, which is like the priority in video games, like how fast the attack is, if your opponent can block it or not. Then you have the damage of the attack, how much damage it deals. And with that you have a zone, which is up here by the speed. You have 3 different zones, high, medium, and low. This is a mid attack because the X is in the middle, and this is a high attack. I don't play any low attacks, so I can't show you what a low zone attack is, but I can show you a low zone block. So a lot of cards have these modifiers up in the top right hand corner. These are block modifiers, and that's how you block attacks. It's a little complex, and we won't talk about it in this video, but if I ever do a how to play video, then we can get more into it. Okay, so now I'm going to go over a few things in the deck and show you why this deck is good and how I won the Atlanta Pro Tour circuit. So K-Dash's ability. He has an ability that says I can pick up 2 foundations from my staging area, which is like your board, and I can add 1 combo attack from my discard pile into my hand. This is my kill card. I use this to win a lot of my games. It has a combo enhance that says this attack gets +2 damage for every powerful attack in my card pool. So I play this card, which is powerful. Like these cards have keywords, powerful 2, and this card has keyword powerful 2. So I can lead off with this attack, then play this attack, then play this, and the combo, in order to use the combo enhance, you have to meet the requirements. This says powerful, so the last 2 cards in your card pool have to be powerful. And these attacks are both powerful. So I can play this, this, and this, and use the combo enhance on this attack and give it +6 damage, because I will have 3 powerful attacks in my card pool. So it will become an 11 damage attack. And basically, with this deck, I can keep picking up this card out of my discard pile and keep attacking with it. And that's pretty good. So I can do a lot of damage by playing this card, and it's already at 5 speed, which is pretty high. There's another card here with K-Dash that I use. This card has an ability that says I can discard 1 card, and my combo attack gets +1 damage and +2 speed. So my attack becomes faster, meaning it's harder to block, and it gets a little bit of damage too. So these 2 are the big attacks in the deck. But a cool thing about this deck is that, I'll show you right here. So this is a combo attack that has a low block. And this is a combo attack that has a mid block. This is a combo attack that has a high block. So I can block any zone attack my opponent throws at me. So that's something that's really cool about the deck. So I can pick up this attack and deal a lot of damage with it, or I can play defensively and pick up any block zone that I need. Another cool thing about this deck that I would like to show you, there are some foundations that have really powerful effects, but in order to use them, the cost to use the effect is to flip that foundation face down permanently. So they're kind of like one-time use effects. Now with K-Dash's ability, I can pick up 2 foundations from my staging area to add a combo attack from my discard pile to my hand. So I can pick up the face down foundations into my hand and I can play them again and use their effects again. So that's a cool thing about the deck that makes it really good, is I can use the one-time use effects more than once. Another cool thing about this deck is to go along with how easy it is to block any zone. Because his ability picks up 2 foundations, I can pick up foundations that have block zones on them. So like these right here, for example, I can pick up a foundation that has a high block, a low block, or a mid block. And this foundation, for example, it's E commit, which is like tap, E commit for -3 speed, then I can use K dash to pick it up and play it as a block. So I give their mid attack -3 speed, and I block with this card, which is a mid block. So that's something that's really cool about the deck too, is that it's a very defensive character that has access to picking up really strong attacks. So that makes the deck really good. I'm not really sure what else there is I can explain about the deck. It's just a really consistent deck, and I played very well throughout the tournament, and I was able to score a victory. And while it was not a character card event, I did win a $300 plane ticket, which I'll probably use for Vegas, because the national tournament is in Vegas, and it's like 22-hour drive, so I'm not going to drive to Vegas, so I'd rather fly. But now that I have a plane ticket, I can fly to Vegas instead of driving, so that's pretty cool. And I also got a bunch of cards like booster packs and all that kind of stuff. And that really helped out a lot because I pulled a lot of good cards and I traded for a lot of good cards. I'm not really sure what else there is to say about this deck. I'm going to put a couple links in the description below. I'm going to put a link to my tournament report if any of you are interested in reading that. I'm going to put a link to a site that sells these cards if you are interested in picking up some of these cards. I'll probably put a couple other links below. So I would like to thank everybody for watching this video. I know it's not a mobile phone game like Puzzle & Dragons, but it is something cool that I figured I would share, and it's the thing I've been spending the most amount of time on for the past couple months. That's why I haven't really been uploading a lot, because I'm trying to win my own character card. I've come close many times. Like, I have a couple plaques here. This is a Team Worlds top 8. We actually got 5th place at that tournament. Then that same year I played in the singles event and I got 3rd place at that event. I lost to the guy who won that event. So that was pretty cool. And then this one is Nationals, 2009 Nationals, top 8. I played Hanzo at that event. Hanzo's in a lot of games, and he's in this game too. He was a King of Fighters 2006 character. And since this was 2009 UFS National Singles, I actually played against, where's that guy? This guy right here, Mike Lowe. He won his character card at that event. He's the 2009 US National Champion. I played him round 5 of Swiss, and I drew with him. And I lost to the guy who he beat in the finals, so I got 4th place there. I found some other plaques, and I'll show you this one. I played Hanzo again, and I got 1st place at a regional event in Maryland. Then this one I got in 2009. My team got 4th place at that event. And then here was a store championship that I won in 2009. We were supposed to get our name engraved right here, but I guess that never happened. And then here's a cool trophy I got. This is a UFS DC regional champion. I won a championship in Virginia. And this is an M. Bison trophy that I got. It like comes out. It's pretty cool. So again, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Leave a comment if you wish. I read all of them, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.